You gotta be kidding me.
We are starting 2023 off with a bang, and not really a good bang. We have more quality control issues over at Ford, Dad. This is not a recall yet, but NHTSA has opened a probe into nearly 1.9 million Ford Explorers after reports of the windshield trim detaching. NHTSA's Office of Defects Investigation said it has received 164 complaints on 2011 to 2019 models. We didn't even cover it on the show the other day, Dad. There's another open recall affecting, what is it, like 450,000 Ford vehicles?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's just Ford is, for us, Ford is the gift that just keeps on giving. It's pretty remarkable. Okay, the trim pieces could come off. Why would they come off? I don't know, because the glue they used wasn't strong enough.
I mean, here's what's happened, Dad. It's documented in the article. Some of the complaints allege that, quote, the driver of the vehicle following behind the subject Ford vehicle allegedly was startled when the trim piece hit the windshield and momentarily lost control of the vehicle.
Yeah, that would startle the hell out of me. I mean, why wouldn't it startle you?
What is job number one at Ford, Dad?
It ain't quality.
It really isn't. Again, it's like starting 2023. And what was the other one? Let me pull it up actually really quickly, because there was another Ford recall. I just want to make sure I get it right.
I put it in yesterday's show topics. So if you go to show topics, you can probably find
it right here. It's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah, this was 462,000 here. I'll pull it up on the screen so we can all look. 462,000 crossovers globally for faulty rear view cameras. Ford told U.S. auto safety regulators it is aware of 17 minor accidents allegedly resulting from the defect. As of November 30th, there were over 2,000 warranty claims of a blue image in the rear camera display. So it's not, it's across the board with them. It's the tech, it's the glue, it's whatever the hell you want to do. Everything with these vehicles, you have issues. It's really hard to get behind the idea of pitching someone on a $66,000 Ford F-150 when this is what happens.
And let's not forget that backup cameras that display on somewhere on your dashboard, the manufacturers aren't doing that out of the kindness of their heart. That's mandated by the federal government. Okay, I mean, once somebody developed it and the federal government saw it and said, "Oh, this could really provide the driver with additional information that could prevent accidents." Well, that technology has been around for 10 years, maybe more. You would think at a certain point that they should have been able to perfect it, but apparently they have not. And it just speaks volumes as to why why last year Ford led the industry with 65 recalls for the year. 65. That's more than one a week, folks.
When you put it that way.
Yeah. So it's like as a salesperson, when you're delivering that new Ford to your customer, you walk them over to service and you say, "I'd like to introduce you to Matt. He's going to be your service advisor. There's a likelihood you may be seeing him on a weekly basis. So you might want to get friendly with Matt. He can show you where all the good beverages and good coffees are for when you're here for your recalls." They need to do something about that.
They need to do better, Dad. It can't just keep being lip service. And obviously the challenge that they're going to face is every single vehicle that rolls off the production line before whatever they've done, before they fired the executive who was in charge of it, or before they changed a procedure, or before all those things have already happened. The vehicle's on the road. We're going to see more and more recalls, especially vehicles that were produced in 2020, 2021, 2022 in the midst of the production crunch. Mm-hmm. The recall story with Ford will be one that goes into the 2030s because it's already, all these vehicles that are on the road. Hopefully, some of these changes they've made will materially impact their business in the 2030s because they put the right people in the right places. They updated the processes and systems, but it's not like it's going to happen anytime soon. We're going to see more stories like this all year long, unfortunately.
And these are the same people who came to the conclusion that the way they should deal with it is they should pay more attention to social media to see what consumers are saying, what issues they're having with their vehicle. I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't you be better off just, I don't know, fixing the problem before it becomes a problem?
It's like the tech company stuff. Like, I'm always talking to our team. I'm like, just ship it and let's figure out what happens.
Yes.
I'm not saying that that's acceptable when it's tech, but you've got a better chance. Like, we can revert something very quickly. Like, if we put something out and it's a bug, we can roll it back.
Yes.
If Ford ships a vehicle and there's an issue, they can't just deploy new code and it's fixed. No, like, they're gonna have to go repair all these windshield glue. I mean, it's. I don't know how it makes sense, man.
Yeah, and I gotta believe that it would be a tad bit startling when a piece of trim flies off the car in front of you and smacks your windshield or dents your car. Who's paying for that? Especially if you're just going to write Ford and say, hey, I was driving behind this Ford Explorer and a piece of trim came off and dented my car. Fix it, please. Really? Prove it.
Okay, Pops, getting your extended warranty from CarEdge, what do you need to know?
You're getting the same warranty you get at any dealer, just for a lot less.
CarEdge.com/warranty. All right, Dad, this comes by way of Bloomberg. Porsche Blunder puts a $148,000 sports car on sale for, I don't know, just $18,000.
Wow.
When a Porsche AG dealership in China, yes, the franchise dealership model exists in China, posted an online ad for the latest Panamera. It wasn't the sedan's sleek curves that grabbed the most attention. It was the bargain price. Drivers dreaming of a touch of luxury thought their luck was in after the dealership appeared to be offering the car for a bargain 124,000 $18,000 USD price at about 1/8 the actual starting price. Now, Dad, here's the deal. Not, blunders happen. That's not why it's really got to be kidding me. Here's why it is. After hundreds of eagle-eyed consumers put down reservation fees of 911 yuan, Porsche acknowledged the dealership in the northern city of Yinchuan, again, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing, had uploaded information containing a serious mistake in the listed retail price. Upon realizing its mistake, the dealership took down the incorrect information immediately. Makes plenty of sense. And here it is, Dad.
Yes.
The gaffe wasn't bad for everyone. Porsche said it had been in touch with the first person who had made an online reservation and, quote, negotiated an agreeable outcome regarding the one vehicle the dealership had in stock. It didn't elaborate. It sounds like one person, the first person who put down the reservation, got themselves a damn good deal on that Panamera.
It does indeed, and if I may, it reminds me. I'm watching on Netflix right now the show Pepsi, Where's My Jet? And back in the early 90s, Pepsi ran a promotion that the more Pepsi you bought, you got points, and you could redeem those points for merchandise. Well, in the first TV ad that they did for it, they showed a kid landing a Harrier jet at the schoolyard, and it said Harrier jet, 7 million points. And there was no disclaimer. I haven't gotten completely through the series yet, but there was a case that could be made. Well, you advertised the damn thing. Now, most people would say, okay, this is a joke. Nobody's really expecting to be able to come up with enough Pepsi points to get a Harrier jet. But, I used to work with a salesman, and if you didn't spell out every little thing about a pay plan of this or of that, and you just thought, well, common sense would suggest, not to this guy, okay, it has to be spelled out. That's why there has to be disclaimers. My suspicion would be yes, somebody in China bought that Panamera for 18,000 American dollars. Okay. And I don't know if it was a factory owned store and they just ate it. Or if it was an independently owned store and that dealer ate it, but somebody ate it. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny when I read that line. I was like, okay, advertising mistake. Oh no, they ate it. Like someone took that, which I thought was pretty funny. These stories write themselves. We've got from The Drive. Thank you, The Drive, for your incredible journalism here. San Francisco firefighters smash Cruise self-driving taxi window to stop it from driving over hose. Cruise and Waymo want to accelerate their efforts to roll out autonomous cars, but San Francisco wants to hit the brakes. This is not the first time we've talked about Cruise and their autonomous vehicles in San Francisco. Multiple instances of the vehicles just kind of like running into issues, stopping in the street. This one required a firefighter to actually brake the vehicle to stop it. Go ahead.
Well, you got to help me with this. Will one of these vehicles automatically stop if somebody breaks the window? Is that how you actually stop one? Or would the vehicle think, oh my God, I'm about to be robbed. Let me hit the gas. I mean, how does this, I have admitted it many times on this show. I am not a bright guy, but I don't understand how breaking the window actually stops the damn self-driving car. And if it doesn't, can you like tase it or something to stop it? Can you give it an additional electrical charge that'll disrupt the computer system in it so that it'll finally stop? I mean, are you supposed to break the window and jump in it? I mean, how's this supposed to work?
Backed up streets aren't the only problems that Cruise vehicles have caused. For example, one vehicle was pulled over by police for operating without headlights and then proceeded to run from the law. So, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is. I just think it's perfect. Really, you got to be kidding me, fodder.
Yeah. What does that mean that it was pulled over? I mean, really? There's nobody in the damn car. So what does it mean it was pulled over? Is there a cop on the bullhorn inside the car saying, pull over? If you don't pull over, we're going to shoot. It's like, okay, go ahead, shoot me. I don't care. There's nobody in the damn car. So I don't get it. But my understanding is that there's a future for this nonsense. And apparently,
we're just ironing out some of the bugs, Dad.
Yeah, and apparently even San Francisco isn't as desirous of that future as they thought they might have been.